So you started the lineup here. Here, General Motors has the top 3 spots in qualifying here. 2 Pontiacs and a Chevrolet, as you see right there on the pole, on the front, on the grid. Here comes the command to fire them up at Talladega.
Drivers, start your engines.
Bang in the fire engines. So we get some racing here today. Kyle Matthews, car 42, as the pole for today's event. You remember he was dead last in the truck race, so he'd like to reverse that trend. And the number 4 of Ryan Acosta in second position here in the starting position. Joshua Collard, you remember driving the car that won this race last season with Mike Becker driving. You remember Collard finished coming off a best of the season best 3rd at Martinsville. In fact, 3 of our top 5 finishers at Martinsville start in the top 6, as you see. Collard, Batson, and Shelton. And they were respectively 4th, 5th, and respectively 3rd, 5th, and 2nd at that Martinsville event. So where you finish the last race does not mean anything when you go to the next race on the tour. Now, start finish line is at the end of the pit road. It's not right here as you would have at Daytona, but rather at the exit of pit road, as we said. And we have emphasized that many times before at Talladega, and it still bears repeating. Green flag waves. We are underway, and boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys and girls. Speeds shooting up here at Talladega, as you saw in the truck race here. 187 miles an hour out of turn number 2. Kyle Matthews out in front. Here comes Joshua Collard in number 43 in second position. And he wants to lead. He's got the shove from Keith Batson in 28. Ryan Rollins in 66, one of his best squad efforts of the season. He's right up there. He's one of the cars to watch here today, as is Zed Weinstein, the Daytona 500 champ. And already 207 miles an hour at this point of the track, Keith Batson. And so does he lead the first lap? Yes! Keith Batson leads the first lap here at Talladega. First lap, 190.715 on the first lap of the... Here. Wait till the second lap, however. It's going to get very fast. Kate Culp tried for the second spot, but here comes 98 Chris Washer, 3 wide between he, Kate Culp, and Zed Weinstein. And he's got Brendan Berg behind him in 94. He almost won the 500. He finished second in that event. As now Chris Washer dives inside, he'll lead the second lap of the event. Second lap, clocked at 210.332 miles an hour. Just amazing the speeds these cars run here at Talladega. Especially considering the fact they are the Cup 90 mods used here. Brendan Berg driving an 89 Oldsmobile leads the race, but here comes William Duncan and now Michael Walton in a 91 Oldsmobile. To the inside takes the lead. Duncan in a 93 Chevrolet. And here comes Mayonnaise, Charles Jackson, number 71. Charles Jackson, you may remember, won the race at Texas this season for his 3rd career victory in the series. Charles Jackson in the lead, but here comes 26 Stephanie Gardner in the number 26 Quaker State Buick out in front now. As here comes Henry Kavanaugh at 11, and Mason Powers in the number 18, Jessica Shelton in the 9. They're all getting into it now. And now Mason Powers to the inside. Here it takes the number 1 spot away. I think Stephanie Gardner led the last time by. Yes, she did. And now here comes Jessica Shelton, the number 9, to the inside. She's got another red card behind her, the number 15 of Hayden Jefferson. And another former Talladega winner here behind her. Behind him, Dylan Poteet, 31, the winner at Bristol this season. And that's how bunched up the field is at Talladega. At speeds upwards of 211 miles an hour, as you saw the last time by, as Hayden Jefferson led the lap. Poteet behind, but here comes Joshua Osborne in the number 90 car. And you're on board Joshua Osborne's car. And you're riding with Osborne as he goes inside. He'll take the lead here at Talladega. And he actually did not get credit with that lap. And oh, we're under yellow. Hate when we get yellows at Talladega in this game. Liam Campbell. Let's crash. Oh, Brendan Berg, Chris Washer. Now Zed Weinstein, the 500 winner. He's crashed. I thought Joshua Osborne got credit for leading the lap, but apparently they credited him with second. Let's look again as to what happened. Like I said, I hate when we get yellow flags at Talladega. Honest to goodness do. In this game. And that was a no-no. 4 wide. They got 4 wide into turn number 1. Actually, the helicopter view would be the best. Would be the best as to play the whodunit game on this one. And I have a suspicion it was the 98 of Chris Washer. That was the little devil that started it. And yes, he was. He shoves Brendan Burke into Liam Campbell. And then Zed Weinstein gets pushed up into the whole thing and caused a 4-car melee in a turn number 1. And Batson did a great job missing the crash. So unfortunate that deal happened. So Chris Washer is going to be the tail on the lead lap, but I say he's going to be engulfed immediately. Ty Dent was the one that got credit with the lead in the lap over Joshua Osborne by, just by inches. We were on board with Osborne when the whole thing happened too. Pace car ducks on the pit road. Let's try this again here at Talladega. We were on record pace too for this racetrack too, as far as speed was concerned. As we get set for green flag racing, we have 10 laps in the books and 9 laps remaining at Talladega, halfway home in the Aaron's 499. And oh, look at Joshua Osborne. He was ready on the outside. I don't know if the outside lane will work for him though. And so they quickly go by the 98 of Chris Washer. And Washer's held up Mike Becker in the number 19 as now Osborne trying to do what he did the last time, trying to go for the lead. And he's going to take it this time over Ty Dent with Hayden Jefferson in second position. Now Cameron Gadoo in 22 goes inside. Cameron Gadoo got nice inside now, up 15. Hayden Jefferson. And here comes the Dillons. Dylan Young and Dylan Poteet. Poteet in 31. Young in number 2. And now Dylan Young dumps Poteet. 3 wide for the lead. Ty Dent, Cameron Gadoo, and Joshua Osborne got so close together that the 3 almost touched simultaneously. And now Ty Dent goes to the lead. But here comes Dylan Young in number 2. The winner at Martinsville, the last race on the tour. And Nathan Hudson up there in 55. Just tremendous racing as always here at Talladega Super Speedway. As now here comes Nathan Hudson. He'll make it 3 wide. Hayden Jefferson not giving up, trying to lead a lap in the 15. Mason Powers up there. Stephanie Gardner in 26. And here comes Poteet coming right back in 31. And here comes Mason Powers in the 18. He's got some power in that Interstate Batteries Chevrolet. As Nathan Hudson leads the lap in 55, the Jasper Engines Pontiac. And here comes Poteet, car 31. On board, Dylan Poteet's car. You notice that tachometer never moves. There is a tachometer revving at about 8,500 RPMs. As now 21. Where did Eric Powers come from in the 21 car? He now takes the lead. And he's also got the fastest lap of the race at 214.228 miles an hour. That was recorded earlier in the event, and so has Henry Kavanaugh's also been 214, so has Ryan Rollins. And now suddenly we got a whole new ball game on our hands now. About 20 plus cars that can win this race. And don't pencil anyone in, as we said. Cameron Gadoo shoves Ty Dent up high. Ryan Rollins leads the lap. 4 laps to go at Talladega. And it's going to be a pretty wild 4 laps to boot. Poetry in motion at over 210 miles an hour. And Cameron Gadoo is inside. Here comes Keith Batson. He's got the shove in Joshua Osborne. 2 Fords hooking up. And you got the Buick behind there with Kate Culp in the 8. And now Osborne does inside. He's got Osborne and Kate Culp will hook up there. Osborne inside for the lead. He's going to get it and turn it in the... Osborne takes the lead this time by. He led the lap. Kate Culp to the inside. She wants to win this race. 14, Andreas Allen back there. Seth Cole, NSCRA, the president of the NSCRA right behind. Takes the NSCRA Motorsports 52 to the inside. Seth Cole to the lead. He's got it. He's got his buddy Joshua Collard behind him in 43. Collard was the outside pole sitter for the event. It's gonna get wild this time by. 2 laps to go at Talladega. Seth Cole out in front. The man who won at Homestead the last race of the season at Homestead in season 13. But now it's got Charles Sanford out there. It's in 24. The Jeff Gordon colors in there in the lead now. Jasmine Acosta's up there. Trent Dunham. They all want to win this race. Zed Weinstein's up ahead. I'd be getting out of the way if I were you, Zed. Constantly, and now she's got the fastest lap of the race. Recorded earlier, 216.2627. Start finish line to come. The white flag waves. 1 lap remaining. Let the shuffle begin at Talladega. Here we go. Trent Dunham inside for the lead. And he's got it. Trent Dunham takes the #1 spot in car #1, but will he hold on to it? Here comes Trey Campbell. He gets into it. Ryan Acosta gets into it. So it's Eric Powers, Dylan Young. They're all back there. And it's Trey Campbell to lead car #30. Eric Powers, he wants to win his second race of the season. And there we go, out of turn #4 they come. Trey Campbell. Let's see, and they hook up behind Zed Weinstein. Will it be Campbell or Powers on the line? It's gonna be Eric Powers winning at Talladega. Eric Powers snookers Trey Campbell to win the race. Unbelievable. And they caught Zed Weinstein at possibly the wrong time, racing for the checkered flag. What a finish! I'm sure for Eric Powers, he'll take it any way he can, but I'll tell you what, that was almost a messed up finish right there. Average speed 150.68, whatever. Yeah, stupid yellow flag messed it up. 16 thousandths of a second of margin of victory. That, I tell you what, Trey Campbell's gonna be one mad son of a gun right now. Looked like he had the race won, and they, as I said, caught Zed Weinstein at possibly the wrong time, coming to checkered flag. Now, I'll tell you what, Sugar Boy Racing, you do not want a lap car racing for the win. I swear to you, you don't. But for Eric Powers, as I said, he's the winner here today. And like I said, he'll take him any way he can. Trey Campbell second, Dylan Young third, Ryan Acosta 4th position, 5th Jordan Newman, Jasmine Acosta drops to 6th, Mike Becker 7th, Trent Dunham, who led coming out of turn 2, drops to 8th, Ann Batson 9th, Henry Jefferson 10th, Joshua Collard, Ty Dent, Nathan Hudson, Keith Batson, Charles Sanford, Dylan Potey, Cameron Gadoo, Seth Cole, Mason Powers, and Henry Kavanaugh comes home in 20th position. There's the rest of the finishing order here at Talladega. Joshua Osborne, who led late in the going, he finishes 25th in the race here. Some big names down there. Kate Colt dropped all the way to 26 after leading with 2 to go. There, William Duncan, 27. Johnny Gardner, 28. Jessica Shelton, 29. Talladega has not been good to her this weekend. Charles Jackson, 30th. And Kyle Matthews, the pole sitter, drops to 21st. Or 31st, rather. And Brandon Berg and Chris Washer were the 2 out of the race. They were the 2 of the cars that crashed in early going. Liam Campbell was 35th and Zed Weinstein 36th. But Eric Powers, the number 21 Citgo Ford, takes the victory here today. As we had the Auto Club 400 at California Speedway. Dylan Young leads the points chase by 64 points after 8 races. Mike Becker second, Jessica Shelton currently third, Keith Batson in 4th position, Dylan Young in 5th, Zed Weinstein 6th, Jordan Newman 7th, Liam Campbell 8th, Charles Sandberg 9th, and Michael Walton is currently in 10th position right now in the points chase. I tell you what, after this Talladega, I'm going to need a break here. Ty Dent is currently right now in 20th in the points at the moment. And there's the rest of where you're at right now in the points. As we head to California Speedway, next race on the tour for the running of the Auto Club 400. Don't miss it.